Oh, good morning, boys and ghouls. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's so great to have you here. Um, Welcome to another very special episode of the Subway Rat Podcast. Today's guest is one of my favorite people in the world. He is bald, he is a father, and most importantly, he's always laughing, he's always smiling. He has one of the best smiles I've ever seen in my life. He smiles with his eyeballs and his big, shiny, fake white teeth. This is Antonio Sanchez. Antonio Sanchez plays with me in our band entitled Teething, and we talk about his journey through life. So please, if you will, take a ride with me and Antonio on the Subway Rat podcast vehicle. Ta 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 ta.
Hola, hermano.
My friend, my brother, my favorite guitarist in the world. What the fuck is up? Antonio Sanchez.
Come on, man. I miss you a lot.
I miss you even more. If that is possible, my
If that is
hermano.
possible. Hermano.
Dude,
How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being on the most famous podcast on the internet, the Subway Rat Podcast.
Man, I'm honored. I'm really fucking honored to be on your podcast because I mean, this is like a movement you've made that makes me proud of you. And I mean, fucking, it's amazing that you decided to go on this road. And I totally support it as long as I know you and I know that you can't stop. It's just that you can't stop. So
The truth is,
I support you.
thank you so much. The truth, the truth is that it's been unbelievable. It's been giving me so much money. It's been giving me so much free time, and
It's like
and
grindcore.
yeah, and the views are in the thousands and the millions. I don't I can't explain myself how I'm so talented. So,
I don't know the numbers actually because I enjoyed your podcast just like when you asked me to be in it. So I don't know the actual numbers. I don't know if you're making fun or if it's true.
no, you know, you,
I
you
know, I
know,
know.
you know how teething shows are in general
Yeah,
with
I have an idea.
-4. So, Antonio, thank you very much. And so, were you aware that I had a podcast, or you found
Yeah,
out
I
recently?
know it. I know it because you told us like months ago that you wanted to do it,
Yeah,
and I heard that you had like people from Corrupt Moral Altar, John Cook.
John
And
Cook
you
is
had
from
when I realized it was like, oh, Sean, uh, um,
Shane.
Shane Embury. And Embury is going to be in the podcast. And like, wow.
Well,
So
the
it's really
funny story about Shane Embury was because obviously John Cook and Shane Embury are good friends. John Cook told me that they're in contact all day, every day. So John Cook must have told Shane, "Hey, I was on Luis's podcast recently," and Shane told him, "I want to be on his podcast too." Really, really, I hadn't invited Shane, and so Shane contacted me, and then I got back in contact with him, but I never heard back. So maybe in the future it'll happen. I don't know. But the important thing is that my hermano is here, my hermano.
okay.
And to tell you the truth, it's been very of course this last year has been very hard for all of us, and
Yeah.
but this has been it's something that keeps me going. Like you know me, when we're at
I know.
shows, I'm a social butterfly. I like to talk to everyone. I like to keep in contact. I like to network. And this has been just my COVID way of keeping that going, and it's even Sarah, my girlfriend, tells me whenever I'm done with one of these conversations, I'm just in a better mood. I'm more
Very
positive.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you are
because you're doing funny things and you're somehow realizing yourself and doing something that you like, no,
yes,
and about what the things you like. So
yeah.
I admire you, man. I admire you.
Antonio, and so are you feeling comfortable? Are you happy? I don't want you to be nervous. I want you to be, well, I want you to be a little bit nervous because you're excited, a good nervous. And
Yeah,
okay. So
I'm play,
everything is
I'm excited because taking part in something like this is something new for me, and it's like I don't know, beat on TV,
yeah.
something incredible, man. I like it.
Telebarrio, hermano. La hora de la nocilla, hermano.
Ahora, joder, tú. Muy
Okay.
guapo, hermano.
So, Antonio, let's begin. I always
Okay.
start all of my podcasts with the same question, which is one of my favorite questions in the world, which is Antonio, do you prefer sweet or salty food?
Sweet, hands down. I
Wow.
mean, yeah, yeah. But it's not, I think it's not a good thing that you really prefer sweet over salty because you're on a dangerous road, but and healthy wise, no, but otherwise, but it's just If you ask me that, it's like no, I cannot lie. So, I mean, it's, I like salty food. I like eating normal food like everybody, and I enjoy a lot of food, which is salty, of course. But then I have like a specific place in my mind or in my body. It's like I need some sweet treatment from time to time.
and yes, I feel like of course you enjoy salty food, but when I've of course I've seen you eat both, but when they give you like I don't know the cheesecake from Zombie Bar, this is like your mind goes black and you just ignore
Somehow. I was talking to my girlfriend last day, and I was like, I mean, I think I am like a junkie about sweet because it's like so much pleasure, man. It's like, like I remember when I did smoke years ago, and I knew it's somehow it's somehow I like it because
okay.
it's like I get like the pleasure inside the mouth is like so much like it's like getting high. Somehow it's like
So
getting high.
okay, so it's similar to when you used to smoke joints, isn't what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Okay, okay.
somehow.
So, and Antonio, now that we have chosen sweet food, what is imagine today was your last day on earth, or and you had to have one last dessert, and it could be anything. Maybe it's a cake your mother used to make, or maybe it's it could be anything.
Yeah, I have several that fit that category.
Please,
I
please
mean,
elaborate.
I remember when I was a kid, my uncle used to make uh, a cake with galleta Maria
Okay.
cookies, and with like a like several pieces of it, one over the other. You make like a
Nice.
tower of cookie, and then it was like natillas, and then it was like chocolate, and then cookie, and then natillas, and then chocolate, and it was amazing. I've been searching for something like that since I don't know the 30 years ago, and I can
Wow.
find it. It's not easy to find that.
This is a very traditional span. Well, first of all, for the listeners, Maria cookie is the typical Spanish cookie. It's the
Yeah,
Spanish cookie, and it's
that,
been around
that,
since forever. My father
that.
used to eat it when he was a kid, so it was when there weren't a lot of sweet options, that cookie did exist. But this
Yeah,
cake, I feel like it's a very traditional cake.
yeah,
I've
but
seen with
that is
chiquilin also,
defined.
another cookie.
Yeah, but the chicken, you know what happened with it? That I don't like. It that just has ginger. If you
Okay.
try it, it has ginger in it. It's just like no, man.
Okay.
I'm fed up with English people and the ginger maniac to put it
Okay.
into the cookies. Come on,
Bah.
ginger.
Okay, so this is a very good answer. Before you give me your next answer, I would like to share a story about one of our favorite people in the world, which is Pops. Pops, my father, he used to tell me when he was a young boy, since they didn't have a lot of options for sweet food, he would get two galletas Maria, two Maria cookies, and he would get the butter, and he would squeeze it like a sandwich until the butter would come out of the holes.
Exactly. I have a lot of that in my life. Yeah, I tried with the butter and then with chocolate cream. You know, at that time when I was a kid in Spain, it was the nocilla, but this was like Nutella. Okay, so you had like these mini sandwiches of cookie between something and something between it, and I drop it into the milk to make it softer. It's like, oh,
Antonio,
it
wait,
was a very big pleasure.
Something comes to mind. Can you please share the story? And we're gonna continue talking about your favorite desserts, but please share the story of your uncle that used to make nocilla sandwiches for you, and how that has affected you and your son's life.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I don't know, maybe it was like 10, 11. I used to go to to my uncle's house, and she was like a bit on the, I would say, saving chocolate. So she took the piece of the bread of the sandwich, and instead of putting the chocolate butter in it and extend it all over the bread, she would just put like very small dots, beep, 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 in the bread, and then put another bread. So you were eating like bread, and from time to time appeared like a savior or chocolate. I was so.
No,
I mean, I remember even I'm 47 now, and I remember that. I mean, it did mark my life. So when I grow older, it was no, it's not gonna happen to me nor my kids anymore. So, and then I decided no. So my sandwiches are really, really heavy on the content. I mean,
overwhelming.
it's like overwhelming. Yeah, I prefer my kid telling me that it's enough. I don't want. I want no more Nutella, or I want no more nocilla.
Very good. So you took a negative and you turned it into a positive.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
like. Yeah, I mean, it's like when the father says, "I don't want to have that my kids happen the same as I was young." Is that something the same, but with the sandwiches?
Bocadillo de nocilla. One day when Lander is over, when Lander is older, I will take him to the tattoo parlor and he will get a nocilla bocadillo sandwich
From my dad.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so what other desserts can you tell me about?
I really enjoy the cheesecake, but the one that's like the zombie bar, which is made of fresh cheese. I don't know how to say Philadelphia. I don't know. It's the cream cheese. It's cream cheese, no?
Yeah,
cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Made out of cream cheese. And I actually, in the last years, I came to know, as ladies from Donosti, I came to know to the La Viña, which is a restaurant in the old city of San Sebastian. And they made like a very typical north cheesecake, north of Spain. And then it has been so famous now that it's even in Japan, in Turkey. And if you go to Donosti, there's a lot of tourism going there just to take the cheesecake.
Wow.
And I had to get the recipe, and I got it like 1 month ago, and I did it, man. And it was amazing.
Really? What
was really easy to do. And I was, oh my God. It was very good.
Did you share it with the whole family, or did you?
Yeah, but I did like a very, very little one, because I knew that I was going to eat at least half of it.
Okay,
so
okay.
So I did like the half of the recipe. The recipe was going for a 1 kilo cake, and I was just, that's too much. So I did half. I did half of it, and then at least Ivan enjoyed me, and he ate a very good part of it. So in the end, it was not so health concern.
Okay,
but it was really good. Try it.
Okay, we at some point we need to get together again And last time you brought tiramisu. Next time, I think we would like to try this cheesecake. What else is on Antonio Sanchez's menu of desserts?
Um, Talking about desserts, the older I get, and the more picky I'm about it. This extremely, I don't know, I don't gofres, for example, or
Waffles.
I don't know, the crepes or waffles or crepes. They are extremely, extremely sweet. It's something like, for me, it's like junk food, but on the sweet place. You know what I mean? It's something I'm getting so picky about it. It's like
Yes.
I
I think this
remember
is the
having,
age. This is the age.
I'm having a crepe of cabbage,
Okay,
a crepe
cabbage.
of cabbage with cream cheese and some honey on it, something like that. It's sweet, but it's not so overwhelming.
Delicatessen pozuelo, Antonio.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Wow,
it. So
fancy.
I will go for one of that. I will go for one of that.
Okay, this is an answer I was not expecting. Okay. I'm gonna try something new on the podcast, which is called the lightning answers. I'm gonna ask you quick questions, and you have to answer quick. Okay.
Okay.
These are all related to food.
Yeah, I'm scared. I know you, man.
No, don't worry. It's no dangerous territory. You're not gonna get in trouble. Okay. Croissant or waffle?
Croissant.
Okay. Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
Snickers or Twix?
What's Twix?
Twix, the candy bar. Twix?
Snickers or Twix. Okay. Snickers. That one's a difficult one because both of them are written somehow the same. I will go with Twix.
Let's say whatever David is eating, that one.
Yeah, that one. You know the one that he used to bring when we were going out.
The pretzels with chocolate.
One were amazing. That one were amazing. Because the salt with chocolate and with the sweet thing, with every sweet treatment you have, if you put some salt in it, then it grows. It's like wow, I love it.
Yeah. Okay, this is your debility. Okay,
it's like
Italian food or Thai food?
Italian, man. Italian.
I know. Filipino food or Spanish food?
Do you really asking me that question? I had a difficult time, man. I enjoyed the rice, but 2 days. I mean, eating rice 3 times a day for me was like a bit on the edge of. Come on, I'm fed up with this. But I enjoyed the rice. The rice was actually good, but the pancit, man.
Enough is enough. One time, not 7 times a day.
I remember they had like this Spanish influenced recipe with but it was meat. As you guys don't eat. It was like little pork, but it was was good.
Barbecue pork.
Yeah, that one. That one was good.
Okay. And okay, lightning question: pizza or hamburger?
Hamburger.
Okay, very good. Nocilla or Nutella?
Nutella.
Okay. Wow, I didn't expect this. I thought you were more old school Nocilla. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what happens with the Nocilla and the Nutella? The Nutella, I tried when I was older. When I was young, it didn't exist in Spain, so I was really used to the Nocilla flavor. But when Nutella came, it has a lot more avellana. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Walnut.
Walnut.
It has a lot more walnut taste, and for me, it's more pure.
Yes, they perfected it. This is the proper.
I like that recipe. Yeah.
Coke or Sprite?
Coke.
Coca-Cola light.
Light, and if possible, 0.0, double zero.
Okay, very good. Yes. Taco Bell or Burger King?
Well, that's a tough one. Uh, I mean, lately I prefer tacos over Burger King. Yeah, because burgers are coming difficult, and lately, yeah.
Okay.
So I go
And
for the tacos.
okay, tacos. And that is the end of our lightning
Right.
questions.
Very good.
Okay, we've been talking about food for like 20 minutes, but I want to
Ah,
ask
that's
you, that's not that much for us. And I want to ask you one last question. What is Antonio Sanchez's breakfast perfection? What's like, imagine, your last breakfast. What would it be?
I would go for the. I would have to choose between the avocado toast.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think that the Iberico toast with tomato and olive oil, and Iberic
Okay.
ham will have it. Yeah, definitely. And salty. I prefer salty
For
for a
breakfast.
breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting, because my answer would be a bit more of a beast answer. Like my perfect, it's more American style. It's more like scrambled eggs
Oof. Yeah. Oof, oof.
with
But for
toast.
me, it's not.
Yeah.
That's not like breakfast. That for me, that's brunch.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, if I wake up early in the morning, yeah, I can do that. But if I wake up like at, I don't know, 11, 12, then I could go for a brunch. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. But that's not the.
A brunch with leite and
Yeah,
chueca.
yeah.
Okay.
Now we're going to
30
Pozuelo.
euros, 30 euros.
I like
De puta
per
madre,
person, per person.
per person. Okay. No more food. Now
More
I
food.
want to
We're
ask
done.
you about, it's a cliche question, but I think it's important. I want to talk a little bit about COVID and how this has affected your last year. How have you been handling COVID?
Because I'm a risk person when it comes to COVID, because I have hypertension and asthma. I'm allergic to cats, and I develop asthma. So, and I've had in my life like 3 or 4 times I had pneumonia.
Mhm.
It's called pneumonia.
Pneumonia, yeah, correct.
So pneumonia. And so I'm cataloged as a risk person, and that has put a bit of a stress in my life. At the
Okay.
very first beginning, when Spain was under lockdown, March
Mhm.
and April 2020, was I was really scared of it because nobody knows nothing. The information was so scattered around, and it was difficult to get like a realistic picture of
Yeah.
what was going on. So I have a hard time now that how things have evolved. I'm more in accepting the possibility, but even with that, from time to time, I'm stressed about it, and it has affected me my life. Yeah, definitely, because I now stay at home more. I don't go to work. I've been working from home since I don't know February, no, the beginning of March, and I don't go out that much. I even at the beginning I didn't go even to the supermarket. Now I'm more relaxed, but it has affected me. Yeah, definitely. I'm I don't know. I'm a caveman. I don't mind staying at home like for long periods, as long as I can go. I don't know for going for a walk outside, but it's and as everything is sometimes becomes like not on the optimistic side because we don't know exactly what was going on, what's going to happen. So not easy, not easy. It's not been
Not easy.
an easy time.
Yeah, for me it's been similar to like, this happens to a lot of men, I think. Like, we go through a breakup with
So,
an ex, and for some time we're like, oh, this is okay, I can handle this. And then several months pass and I'm like, oh shit, wait, this sucks too. So
man,
that's been happening to me. Yeah.
and imagine that this is gonna last, I don't know, another year, man. Oh, come on, or another 2 years. I was like, come on, fuck my life.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
about that. I get like stress. It's like, well, I mean, we are standing this right now because somehow we think that there's a end. There's an end to this
Yeah.
thing. But if snowing? Come on. Well,
Yeah.
it's not easy. It's not easy, and I'm really affected because of the band.
Yes.
I
Yes.
miss a lot giving concerts and just having a difficult time because staying with the family is not bad at all. I mean, I can manage that. And I have my kids, I have my wife, and it's like, come on, I'm used to that. But the one of the things in my life that was important just for me,
Yeah.
which is the band and playing and guitar and
It's so
so
weird, right? Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
Not
It's
really
it's
happy.
it's so weird. Like in 2020 and 2021, being in a band is social network and the conversations we might have online. That's what having a band is. Like what the fuck is that?
I
Like
mean, we have like funny times in the internet together. We both and the
yeah,
four of us, but man, it's not the same. It's
yeah.
like we are colleagues and we have a good time there, but and we make our laughs, but it's not the same. Definitely, I miss going to the rehearsal room and then giving concerts, being together for the whole weekend, and
Yeah.
or even playing tours, going
Yeah.
out to Spain and then the adventure of it. I miss that a lot,
So
man.
for you it's definitely a feeling of need. Like you need.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need some fulfillment in that I don't know, space of my life.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
need that fulfillment and being like on track with it. I mean, working on it.
Yeah.
But if we can't, it's like I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
But this is let's segue this. We're talking about bands. Let's segue this into talking about, let's rewind a little bit and talk a little bit about Antonio before teething. Antonio before teething, you were in several bands with your colegas, but and more notably, hybrid. So can you give me
Yeah.
like a brief history on Antonio and joining bands and what band? Yeah.
I started playing guitar when I was like I don't know 13 somehow. Yeah, I think it was 13. And then when I was like, I don't know, 6, 17, 18, we had a band with several friends from my neighborhood. We were doing like, it was like the early 90s or late 80s. So you can imagine at that
Nice.
time, I don't know, the music was amazing, but the gear was crappy as hell. And I don't know, the world infrastructure here in Madrid to play or to rehearse was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Very different.
yeah.
How was it?
So
Because we haven't talked about this.
I remember rehearsing. Do you remember where Carlos Santos had the studio?
Yes.
I
Side by
rehearsed like 50 meters from there
Okay.
in Carabanchel.
Uh-huh.
I used to rehearse there, but the bands were amazing, and the gear that we have it was like really crappy.
Okay.
And when we went to the Philippines, it was something like that.
Okay.
And it was
Okay.
like, come on, you have like I don't know, a big speaker for the
Right, right,
guitar.
right,
No,
right.
no, nobody had it at the
Okay.
time.
So, but these were actual practice rooms that you would pay by the hour and they would supply you with the equipment.
No. We were in a complete band, and we
Okay.
we we had a monthly rent, and we paid like
Okay.
we are now. And
And
I have a band, and we gave two concerts. Our name was Bakunin Children. You know who is Bakunin?
no.
You don't know, you're not gonna find it. But Bakunin is an old anarchist from the USSR,
Tío, qué
and
guapo, tío.
he's the one that invented the anarchist
Really?
movement, the libertarian movement. Yeah, something. It's a very like a philosopher. I don't know. Um,
Nice. Did you come up with this name?
so no, not me. A friend of mine who was like really into the political, I don't know, side of things. He was on the CNT. He was like an anarchist, and
Fuck
he
yeah,
put the
dude.
name, and we were like happy with it. And we were doing like funky metal, like
Okay.
something like Fey No More. And
I
I bring like because he played the bass and he knew how to slap, and he
okay.
did somehow quite good. And I bring like the thrash metal guitar to the mix, And we had a singer that tried to loved Red Hot Chili Peppers and was something like that. And we had a lousy drummer, which is Pedro. And from here, I love you, Pedro. We live in Malaga. He came to see us. You remember the
Oh,
time last time we were
okay.
in Malaga? That's Pedro. Pedro played
Nice.
drums in my first band.
Dude, that's awesome. And I feel like this was very popular in the late 80s, early 90s. Funk influenced everything, whether it was
Absolutely.
so that's
Now,
fucking awesome.
Fade No More
Yeah.
was, I remember the first albums of this Swedish band or Danish band, which is which was like they used to rap like really heavily on the metal, even
A, a,
industrial.
a Swedish band that would rap and have industrial parts?
Yeah. Oh man, come on. I don't remember the name.
I
I'm seeing the
can't
line.
recall. So stuff comes to mind like I don't know. No, Fudge Tunnel was American. No,
No, it wasn't. No,
Johnson,
it was English.
English. Okay.
But it was English. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like nigger. Do you know? Remember the song nigger?
Clawfinger.
Yeah, Clawfinger. Clawfinger.
Yes,
Wasn't it
yes.
Swedish?
Yeah.
Was Swedish.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely. I'm not
Swedish.
sure. Not yeah. So okay, yes, that's right.
First one of Clawfinger. The first one, not the nigger one, because the nigger one was the one with the hand grenade. No, the first one. It was like really coral. It was amazing, and we were like, everybody was flipping on that.
Nice.
It was really present. It was the beginning of nu metal. Somehow it was the beginning of it.
Yeah,
it's the first stages of nu metal. Yeah.
Well,
so it was like
at the beginning, nu metal wasn't when it was like Korn, or if you want to call Rage Against the Machine. It wasn't. It was a little bit popular, but the big boom was like late 90s.
Earlier. What?
I feel like when nu metal first came, it wasn't very popular still, and it became more popular. I feel like 96, 97, more late 90s.
Yeah, at the beginning of it, there was a very opposition movement against it. Everybody was like heavy metal or just metal or even death metal.
Yeah.
So this sounded like a movement from the industry to engulf the culture, and not like something genuine and on its own. But some of us started to appreciate it because we also love the feeling of the rhythm, or we loved rap.
Yeah.
American rap, the beginning of American rap, and just I remember Anthrax doing things with Public Enemy, was like Bring the Noise. So this kind of things, and I remember also Living Color.
Yeah.
They didn't. It was not rap, but they were all black people, and they do like very, very, very metal oriented. Funk rock.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was an amazing time for music, man.
Yeah, man.
Because you have so many different things, man, and they were all new. It's not like now that it's really difficult to find something new because everything is messed up already. You can find something.
Yeah. It feels like
space.
Yeah, and for all of those listening, if you want to see a picture of Antonio back in the day, you can see a very cool picture of him with long hair and a Biohazard T-shirt on the We Will Regret This Someday vinyl and CD. So if you want to see Antonio, you'll have to pick that up. So
definitely.
So there was vacuuming children. What else?
Yeah.
What else did we have?
Well, and then I had to get to do the military service, so everything break up. And I started to date a girl, and then I get married and all the stuff, and the band was left behind. And even my guitar playing days were like hanging on the wall, and it was there for years. But then,
many years, like 10 plus.
Yeah, like 10 years, 10 years, like 10 years from 21 or 22 up to 31, something. Yeah.
And
so
was this?
For me, it's like, it was, I mean, I don't know. It was like something like that. I'm a family man, and then you can't be something else.
Was it unconscious,
for me?
Or was
it's a cultural thing. Yeah, I mean, it's unconscious. It's a cultural thing, and it's a prejudice that I should have had at the time. I don't know, but I just played at home and not that much, and I was that was okay at that moment, but with the time, as the time went by, I feel more like I don't know, bored and needing something. So suddenly, when I was like 31, my older kid had like 3 years old.
Mhm.
I woke up one day, and I remember that I had a dream. I was playing guitar, and I said to myself, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?" I want to play guitar, you know, and I don't care if I'm old or I don't care. I'm going to play guitar again.
And do
So
you sorry, go ahead, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
and I started to search. I don't know. It was the beginning of the internet. I don't know. It was 2005. There were not the tools that are now.
Yeah.
But I remember this forum Aditha was yet working at the time, and somehow I ended up there because I didn't know nothing, no, even no one
Uh-huh.
on the scene.
Yeah.
I had no contacts, no friends, no nothing about
You
that. I just
were
had I don't know, all music. I remember getting into all music, which is a music website,
uh-huh.
and they relate bands from one to another. So I picked linked up, and so I finished listening to Mesuga on my own because I didn't know nothing and no
Nice.
one, and I didn't went out to have a drink or go to the pub to listen. I no, I didn't do nothing of that. So I
Sorry,
was
this is
like a
I just want a small parenthesis. This is something I want to props to you because I feel like you've always been on the hunt. Like you always are discovering new bands. And I feel like that keeps you young, in your own way from back when you were 31
yeah.
or now you're always
Yeah.
like so that's cool. That's
I
I think
mean,
yeah.
it's not that I'm so active on the hunt because I know for your people, you three, the three of you,
Yeah.
the way you listen to music for me is different than the way I listen to music. But somehow, from time to time, something new appears in my hands,
Mhm.
and it tastes to me, and it's like
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a discovery, and I enjoy that. But I don't consume music that much because for me, it's like I tend to listen what I know. It's difficult to get into something new all the time. For me, it's boring. Also, I need some going back.
But it's
You know,
okay, yeah, of course. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But please, I don't want to interrupt. Please continue with your story.
sorry. And then I started to look for bands and was looking for to be in a band. No, and I somehow contacted these guys. Then we're looking for a guitar player and doing some a thrash metal band,
Uh-huh.
just for the sake of it, and doing covers from the 80s, 90s, Slayer, Metallica, and that's
Cannibal
it.
Corpse, no?
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse, but in the end, but that was
Ah,
before. That was
okay.
before. At the beginning, it was like thrash metal, Slayer, Metallica, and Sepultura, and yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
And then I met Fernando there. Fernando was the bassist. No, he's a instrumentist. He plays
Instrumentalist, I
drums.
think.
He's instrumentalist. He plays drums. He plays the bass. He plays guitar. Not bad, any of them. He was
Nice.
quite good, all of them. And he was like the best player in this band. He's a bit older than me, but he was like the same background as we had, and he had like this old Spanish death metal band, which is Anthropomorphia,
Yes.
and he played there. No, he was his band. That was his band. But we were sharing like the cover band we had together. He played the bass and I played guitar. But we get together like really good. No?
Nice.
And we had like several good times. And we were rehearsing and preparing songs and doing covers for 2 years somehow. I enjoyed it, but I wanted to play live, not just to be on the rehearsal room. So when I realized that I understood that the three of them, because we were four, they didn't want the same as I. They were happy going, I don't know, once a week to the
Mhm.
rehearsal room and doing some practice. That's it.
Yeah.
And they were happy with that. But it's like, I'm not. I'm not. I need something else.
You mean
If
you
I
need
can, yeah, I need more of that. I need more of this. And if I can, if I'm available and if I fulfill I'm fit for that, I want to try it. So I started looking again, and that's how I find Chus, because
Chus
there was a
Maestro from the band
maestro
Hybrid.
hybrid. And then the curious thing is that I downloaded the hybrid eighth plague like 6 or 8 months prior knowing him, and I thought it was an
Illegally, of
American
course.
band.
Illegally.
Illegally, of course, illegally, illegally, of course, and I thought it was an American band because they were so amazing for
Nice.
me. That album is incredible. That it was like, wow, these guys really deliver, man. So when I responded to the announce, no, the I don't know,
A message
the
board post,
request.
no?
Message board post, yeah, the request. No, I'm looking for a guitar player and whatever that. No? This is styles, no, and I thought I'm gonna try this. So I sent him a message, and he gave me like 3 songs or 2 or 3 songs to prepare, and I had like
Sleep of the
I don't know,
Defeated.
yeah, man. Hybrid is really difficult to play. It's really difficult to play. It's a challenge for me. But he gave me like 2 or 3 songs, and I have like, I don't know, 3 weeks or a month to prepare them just by ear, listening to it and trying to mimic them
Yeah.
with the guitar. And then I met him at our rehearsal room. Actually, it was there. We met there, and I took my gear there, and I met him, and we tried Sleep of the Defeated and several other songs. And for me, it was like amazing playing again with a drummer, with a really good drummer.
Yeah.
You know, with the cover band has a drummer, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So playing with I had a really good time there, and I was up to him. I don't know, and I knew that I still didn't, I don't know, master the songs or the technique necessary to play them, but I was really close. So I think that was the thing he makes him choose me again.
Okay.
But he answered me after, I don't know, a week or so. Oh, he talked to Ivan, because Ivan
the other
actually
guitar
was
player.
in the band. The other guitar player was in the band, but he lives in Coruña. So they just told him that we had like a test, no?
Okay.
And he was like, take a look at it, or I don't know, listen to this. I don't remember. But they talked together, and then just told me, and then said, "You're in. If you want, you're in."
Nice.
So I was like really, really happy and really proud, because that was, for me, was a very big leap forward.
A very big chapter in your life. An important part of your.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, choose is really demanding or exigent. How do you call it?
Yeah, that's correct.
It's a style of trying music, and for me, it was a challenge to get to play all the hybrid songs and becoming an hybrid and write things for hybrid. For me, it was hybrid. I was really proud of it. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah,
because it's really music.
Yeah, you had to step up your game. It was a big challenge, and it was a.
Yeah.
And
the good thing is that I had the opportunity to listen to Meshuggah 2 or 3 years prior knowing the hybrid, because that opened my ears to the differences. So
you were able to understand it better.
Yeah, definitely.
And talk a bit about your time in hybrid, because I feel like it was a couple of years, and I feel like
it was in
important years for you.
2008, I think I got in the band 2008, and we were like active, I don't know, till 2011, 2012, I don't know. And then this was just Chus and me in Madrid, and Ivan in Vigo, but getting together and write material and prepare concerts, because the one thing that hybrid lacked was the networking we have. Networking you do, no, and the scene, it was a bit different. It was a bit different. It was hard for us to get concerts and play. We have, I don't know, I think we played like 12 times in 2 years or so.
Okay.
You know, so it was not that easy. And
hybrid is a very difficult band to put in a scene, right?
Yeah,
Because
sure. Yeah.
it's a mixture of so many worlds. So I guess yeah, maybe that was
And it's
one of
like
the
very,
inspirations.
it's a quite avant-garde for the time.
Right.
Now there's a lot of, but it was quite avant-garde for the time. For me, at least for me, as I see it.
Yeah.
I know there are, I don't know, the band prior, which was the name of his band prior to Hybrid.
Another kind of death.
Another kind of death, another kind of death that somehow
Yeah.
appears something like Hybrid, but more, I don't know, more marketable, I think.
Yeah, another kind of death was more fitting in the hardcore scene, even
The
though
hardcore scene, yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I mean, when with Hybrid, you had like the difficult time. It wasn't
I
hardcore.
think at the
And
time, in Spain, there was a Vortice, and that's it.
that's
That
it.
you could kind of be in the same
Yeah, we
bubble.
played in Madrid together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that was it. So we had a really good time. We have very laughs because Ivan and Chus are really are hermanos. Are
Very
the
funny
same as
guys,
us.
very
Yeah,
similar
very
sense
funny
of
guys.
humor.
Yeah. Where it's like even more corrosion. I think
Yeah.
it's even more corrosion in there.
No barriers.
No boundaries,
Yeah.
my man. So, but it was for me, was like really proud of being in the band and playing with him because she's just like wow, it's an amazing drummer,
Yeah.
and it makes a lot of opportunities and challenges. And musically, I was like really on the edge. For me, it
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm reaching my limit.
I'm
But
still
because
looking.
some idea.
Yeah. I'm still looking forward to seeing your angst hybrid tattoo at some point. Okay, let's see if we can
Yeah,
make this happen.
I have the space reserved, but the COVID has fucked up my tattoos. I have
Okay.
just to finish the arm, but
Okay.
it will come. It will come. It's the same as
Great.
the Pansy generation.
Okay.
Don't,
Okay.
don't,
One day. One
don't.
day. One day. Um.
So, man,
Let's. Anything else you want to say about hybrid before we segue into teething?
that I would like it to come to life again
Okay.
somehow. I don't
Okay.
know. I would like to.
I always tell Choose you need to make a trilogy of albums. There's 2 albums. You need to
Yeah,
close the circle.
one
You
left.
know,
Yeah,
I feel like there's still maybe if Choose gets a little bit of light, and one day he decides to reignite that flame. Maybe. Okay, so I feel like um yeah, and choose if you're listening to this, if I need to do the vocals, I'll do the vocals, but I don't know if
good.
I don't know if I'm too much of a caveman for that. Maybe he's looking for something else, but we'll see. Maybe one day hybrid will
We love him.
yeah.
And if it's possible, I like Hybrid to come back. Yeah, I would like to.
Okay. So teething, the next chapter in your life. Another very
Yes.
important and funny and fulfilling and stupid chapter of your life. Teething. Okay, I want to hear. Sorry.
Please
Okay,
finish.
I want to hear how I want to hear your story. How did you stumble upon us? What happened? How did we join forces?
Absolutely. I remember meeting you at a Meshuggah concert in the Penelope. You remember that?
Yes, of course.
You salute tattoos, and I was with him. He
Yes.
presented that,
Yes.
and I realized that it was you. Man. So it was
Yeah.
funny. And at that concert, he told me who you were
Yes.
and where did you play. And somehow he told me if you can or you want, maybe there will be available in I don't know in a period of time.
Oh.
And we were rehearsing once a week, just and me.
Uh-huh.
So I think it was summer 2015. He told me, "Hey, Luis and Tiffin are looking for a guitar player. So if you want, I mean, because he knew that I wanted to play, and in Hybrid, the things were not that active, and we didn't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and just was a bit fed up with the
Yeah.
playing, in a band thing.
Yeah.
So he told me, "This is happening. If you want it, you can you can call them or get in touch with them and offer them like a trial, no? Or a test or whatever. So I thought about it, and it was like, and he warned me. He warned me. But be warned, these guys play a lot. If I know you're a family man, and so think twice because this is a real commitment. Huh? So it was like, okay, okay. So I give it a thought, and I said to myself, I want to play.
Fuck it.
So I remember sending you that funny email. So
Yes.
here I am. I went to Operación Triunfo with you, and
This is a very good philosophy. You saw something and you went for it, because we weren't even searching for a guitarist then. We had just the guitarist that was with us at the time. We had went different paths, and I think just a couple of days had passed. We still hadn't started hunting, but we crossed paths with Chus. He's like, "What's up, guys?" We told him. He told you, and you made it happen. We didn't seek you,
it's
know.
amazing.
So that's
It's amazing, man.
and I want, what were your first impressions of, for example, when you tried out with us? What was your first impressions?
I liked you, but but I saw that you were really close together, and you were like judging me or putting a value, you know. But you were open and easygoing, so I was like,
Okay.
I can do this, and I would like to be with these guys because they're funny. They're not like that. I don't know, grave, serious guys that only care about music. I don't care. I'm professional or whatever.
Yeah.
No, for me it's important the mood in the band, inside the band,
Yeah, it's
because if work, the musical thing for me loses a lot. I mean,
yeah. Sometimes I need to remind myself, you can't take yourself or the band too seriously. You know, you have
serious.
to. Fun should always. Whenever I doubt about what's the next step, what should we do, just go with your gut. Whatever's fun, whatever you want to do that, because that's what's sincere. You know, when I'm like, oh, what should we, yeah, anything, you can apply it to anything, so it's important, you
Yeah,
know.
to be honest, yeah, I agree with that. But for me, the thing is that what I really want is like play, but being in a band. If someone offers me to play, I don't know, you can go and play guitar on your own, and you can develop yourself playing guitar. I'm gonna go do it, but it's not the same for me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some kind of personal fulfillment, but being in a band with cool guys, having fun and lots of fun. I mean, for me, it's top of the game.
Yeah, it's, for me it's
So
important to that we still maintain that bond you had with friends in your teenage years, or when you were in your or as a kid, you know, to still keep that alive, because if not, it's just not as fun. You know.
it's not fun. So it's not fun, and the band will have no future.
Yeah.
No, not musically, but personally, and
Yeah.
that for me it
Yeah.
loses all the meaning. So for me, it's really really important. And I saw like you were like, I don't know, neighborhood guys, you
Yeah.
know, people from the neighborhood, and
Yeah.
colleagues from all lifelong colleagues, and having that for me was like key.
And what
And
was your, go ahead, sorry.
musically, you gave me like 3 songs, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the thing is, with grindcore is like difficult to hear. It's not that
Yeah.
saying that in every, but nah, somehow I used to get it, and I was like, it's really it's easier than hybrid, but it has another rawness in it, you know, some aggressiveness, brutal force,
Yeah.
have different properties, you know, that
It's
make it unique and desirable for me. I enjoyed it. I always told you guys that listening to the rabbit ritual for me was key, because that's where I saw where teaching could go, at least fulfilling for myself.
right.
I mean, we can go to fulfill the way you want the band to sound and to be, and the kind of songs we want to do. But hearing Ravage Ritual and those songs, it was like this band.
Yeah,
I,
you're
I can
referring
in
to
this
the songs on the Ravage Ritual split, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. That's where I heard the songs, and I was like, I would like to play in this band.
It's
Honestly,
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
honesty,
yeah. It's so
yes,
important. To I think in teething, it's very important. That's why we always say the moniker of hardcore dudes playing grindcore. I think it's so important to have that. It's not technique, it's that like that punk feeling, you know, the groove, it's more it's not really something you can teach, you know. It's something because we've played with people that are more technical, and it just I wasn't feeling the DB, I wasn't feeling the, you know.
I remember those guys from Portugal. Remember in Madrid? They were
Which
in
ones? What
the
Portuguese guys?
we played with Worms.
Yes, when
There
we
was like
played.
Portuguese guys. They metal. They were like really, really technical guys. They played really good, but in the end, it was like
When I
with
don't
that.
recall the band, but yeah, we've played with so many bands that's just and you can tell on everything just watching the stage presence, you know. It's more about okay, let's deliver good, precise, tight songs, you know. It's just that, which is great and it's fine, but it's not the teething way, right? No, it's not. No, the teething way is pancakes with whipped cream, you know. And
Somehow,
what do you recall? What's your first impressions? The first time on the road with us, the first concert, you
I
know?
was afraid. I was afraid of what if you were honest or sincere in at the 100%.
Okay,
Now I know you are, but the first time I didn't know that.
okay.
So I was like, no, contemporizing. I don't know how to say it.
You were what, analyzing to see? You weren't, you didn't know what to expect, so you were keeping your like three. You had three eyes. You had a
My
definite.
third eye open. Yeah, my third eye
Interesting.
open. Yeah, but then with as time went by, I just get to know you as you are, and
Yeah.
for me was like perfect. But the I was really worried about playing that match
Mhm.
because of the family concerns, or I don't know. It's difficult for to make up your mind that and thinking you're going to be at least once or two a month weekends with the band.
Right,
That's a change for a family, not for me, because I'm doing what I like.
right.
But the family is not that easy, and I'm happy with that. In the end, I find or we find like a solution
Hmm.
for all of us,
Hmm.
and it worked. And now with the fucking COVID, we don't know, but
Yeah,
it worked. For me, that has also made like a mindset up.
yeah,
That now I know that we can do things fit.
yeah.
And that's
For
something that I learned from you, man. That's
really,
something that I learned. Yeah,
what
but
just find a
not
way.
accepting for an answer,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
accepting for an answer
For me,
in
it
that way.
was yeah. For me, it was so important, and when we when we got you that like if whenever we get a no from you, which is not often, I know you've tried, you know. I totally understand. Like when I'm like, Antonio, we got offered
Whatever.
X
Yeah.
thing. Please look at your agenda, talk to your family, see what, and if you ever say no, I know you tried, you know. But I've been with other people in other bands or this band where
That one was
because
so
they were
clear.
lazy or because whatever
It didn't
bullshit
want.
excuse, or yeah, which is fair enough, but that's just not the teething way, you know.
No,
And
no.
so, and another very important thing that you have is that you're a soldier. You know, you don't give a shit, man. You're 0% posh, 0% pijo. You know, you will fucking sleep anywhere. It will be very cold. It will be very hot. We
I
will be in the
really,
worst conditions. You don't give a shit, man. Like, and that's the teething way as well. You know.
That's key. That's key. Absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
key.
But it's true. It's true that I don't give a shit because I don't give a shit because it's not important for me where I sleep or what do I have to eat. I mean, I
Yeah.
can go to the McDonald's inside nearby or to the
Yeah.
Chinese shop close
Yeah.
to the whatever, have some food. If I don't like what I'm offered to dinner, and if I got to sleep, I don't know, in the van or I don't know, even in the street, man,
Yeah. And
you don't care.
it's so important in a band to be overall positive, because I've been in the situation where we'll be at someone's house after a show, they'll give a sandwich to each one, and then one person will say, this sandwich would be better with ketchup. Those little things that keep accumulating, and it's negative energy. There's no need for that. Just you have to
Yeah,
slow
say
down
thanks and that's it,
and
and keep
shut
it
the
up.
fuck up,
Yeah, or ask directly, "Do you have some ketchup?" And can I have it? That's
But
it.
it's yeah, but no, it's not really the ketchup. It's looking at stuff in a more on the empty glass way, you know?
But for me, the thing is that I'm like, it sounds idiotic, but it's it. It's like I'm living the dream. You know, when
Yeah.
we go play outside, for
Mhm.
me it's like living the dream. I don't care. We don't make money. I don't care about nothing. I'm doing what I've always wanted. I'm getting into this stage and playing metal
Yeah,
with friends. You know, colleagues, having fun.
yeah.
You know, violent fun.
Yeah. For me, it's
That's
so
what I always
important
wanted.
it's so important the like the team aspect. I remember I think as a kid I liked Ghostbusters so much because it was like a team of guys. And then I wanted to be a firefighter because I wanted to have a crew of people and we work towards something. And for me, the band is like an extension of that.
Like,
I like walking into the squat or the venue with our weapons, the guitars, the drums. I feel cool. I feel like a GI Joe. I'm like, let's do this, guys.
you're a natural born leader, man. You're a
I
natural
love
born
it,
leader.
man. I fucking love it. And okay, so I wanted to ask you. COVID has been tough, but I think we were smart, and we finally, after 700 years, were able to to
To record
write
something.
to write. I think 22 songs.
Yeah.
So somehow we've been writing these songs forever. I don't know if it's been 2 or 3 years. I don't know why we took so long. Why did we take so long? Do you know?
I think at the beginning we wanted you wanted to make like perfected songs,
Okay.
more hardcore verse chorus,
Hmm.
whatever verse chorus end. Some more classic songs or
Hmm.
structures
Hmm.
which deliver which ask for the players to have like a
To,
typical mind setup.
to
So,
think.
yeah, not to think, but to have like an idea where the song has.
Throwing stones at the wall. Ooh.
It's not there. So those structures need like more. I think more conscious musicians or more proficient. You know,
Which we lack.
which we like almost a lot. So I think that the beginning that happened to us also. So we spent like months trying to do like the perfect song or include in all the songs the ideas we have, and I think but at some point we changed our mind, started to be more direct to the I don't know to the writing process, and mm, things change, and finally I think that the train began to move in a more steady way, a more coherent,
Yeah.
more not that we was, and also because as we play a lot at that time, remember 2015, 17,
Yeah.
we used to play that much and we have to rehearse a lot.
Yeah.
So there was no much time for the written aspect of the band.
Otro rapper. Otro rapper. This is
Yeah, come on. I don't want to repeat.
this is a reference to Alvaro, our drummer, that He just loves to, let's play the set list again, again. We're not
Again,
sweating enough. More.
he likes having like an MP3, personal MP3 to play
Exactly.
so he can rehearse. He can practice.
A
So
flesh and bone
it's
MP3.
yeah, that's it. So I think that then we at the beginning, no, at the end of 2019, we decided to go strive for the writing process. We think, and we even said to no to some offerings. I can recall
Yeah.
two.
We
December and January.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
because we
made the
were
conscious decision, guys, let's stop playing shows and let's
playing
focus
so
on
yeah,
finishing these songs, writing these
yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end, it wasn't that bad, but it was a more 1 year more than we would have liked to 1.5 or 2 years more. So yeah, but that's how things went, and I'm proud of the result. I think that when we try different things, we express ourselves in different manners, and I also enjoy that because if I don't want, I don't know, this verse on this place or whatever, the thing is that we are all together writing the songs and deciding, and that makes me happy.
And
I don't care.
yeah. And now that we've we already went to the studio, we did something that I'm very proud of and very excited about, which is we recorded the album without a click track. We recorded it live, and which I think is the proper teething way.
My first time also.
Yeah.
I think it fits the thing better, even if it some mistakes even I don't know appear from time to time. It's like that. It's not that important in this thing.
It's
It's not that.
I think it's important. I actually think it's important to have that because that is
The
us. That's the natural. That's us, and it's human. You know, I think very few.
I
That's
mean,
kind of
if you say play music, I think these guys are not human. Or I don't. I remember watching Car Bomb. You weren't there, but I watched it. I was
yeah.
with two. So watching Car Bomb is was like this man's. This is not. I don't know. The drummer Elliot Hoffman is like, what is this? It's incredible. It's incredible. It's like really they're really just really musicians play a proficient, really proficient. And then there's something that it's out of our reach. I mean, we're
Right.
not that,
But
but it
that's
doesn't mean that we cannot take our instruments and do whatever we want.
yeah.
It's different. I think it's
Of course.
different.
Yeah, but of course that's every band has their thing. A band like Car Bomb, it's musicianship. I think that's what's I don't listen to Car Bomb like you,
Imagine this
but it's
sugar. I
very
mean, it's feel like the sugar.
yeah, but it's very what comes to mind is like musicianship, right? And I think what
No.
comes to mind with teething is definitely something else.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Caveman.
So dude, and now reflecting because we already have the songs recorded, we finally got the master recently to all of the songs, and we've had to listen to it many times to
Many
approve the
times.
mix and the master. What's your how do you feel about these songs? What's your impression?
I'm really proud of them, man.
Okay.
I'm really proud of them. You know, every of us has its favorites. I don't know his favorites, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of all the songs we played, the decisions we take in all of them. It was a consensus. I don't mind if I like but this song more than that one. But after all, as a whole, I'm really, really proud of it. And I think it's a step forward for
Okay.
the band and for me also because it's the time that I enjoy the most of the band because now it's like these songs are I really I'm really happy playing them and I really enjoy them.
You
Yeah.
you worked a lot on some of those fucking badass moshy riffs, man. You know, like I really dig.
Yes.
I think I do you How would you compare? How would you compare these songs to our previous material?
In general, it's like we met in 2015. No, we recorded We Will Regret This Sunday in 2016.
2016, late 2016. Yeah.
Late, no. I think it's a process of getting together. You were like the three of you. I'm taking now.
Mm-hmm.
The three of you were having a lot of years together, and you know yourselves, and you're like the singer, the bass player, and the drummer. And the guitar in metal is really, really important, and it's the lack piece that you have.
Yeah.
No, the lacking piece that you don't have.
Yeah.
So when we get together, I had to make my mind, and even now, the vacaciones riffs, no?
They're going on vacation.
No, they're going on vacation. Is the vacaciones with lady. When they take a riff and you say, no, it's not the way. It's not the way. It's a process of getting together. Okay. When you do the riffs, it's a shitty riff for this thing. It could be a good riff for another band or another style, but it's a process of getting together. For me, it's like enjoying the four of us enjoying together to form like a way of expressing ourselves. So I feel that this album is more compact.
Mm-hmm.
This time the four of us are more compact in the writing process. I mean, At the time of the writing, we were more easily decisive.
Okay.
Because We Will Regret is, for me, it was something more than I have to do what Tiffin needs.
Okay, I got it.
I have to change my mind slightly. It's not getting together. It was not a mix of me with the three of you.
Okay.
I think this reflects better that. And also the Alvaro and me are more like death metal oriented guys, and then that has taken a bit of protagonism in the last songs we've written, and that it's more like the way it's more real.
Okay.
It's more that like a precise photograph of the four of us.
Yes.
I think it's more.
Yes. I wasn't even. I like asking you these questions, or I like people to hear these songs, and I like to hear their feedback because I see it from the inside. I don't. So for me, it's very interesting to hear your point of view, and you're right. When writing these songs, I didn't notice how death metal influenced a lot of them were. A lot of people told me that people that have heard the record were like,
wow,
a lot of death metal here, man. I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize, man. And
it keeps like the essence. It's like we move around we moving around the essence.
Mm-hmm.
The essence is Tiffin.
Yeah.
And that I think is respected, but somehow,
for sure.
Somehow the We Will Regret it's somehow looking alike, like this last album, but it's different. It's also different.
So
it's also different.
Continuing with teething, and hopefully one day we'll see light at the end of the tunnel. You have something very cool, which is I see on your phone, you always have a list of like all of the concerts you've ever played,
Yeah.
And that for me is very cool. That's like, it reminds me of me when I like to collect a lot of stuff, like, I'll have my collection of movies or my collection of records. This is your collection,
Yeah.
And I feel like you have like a checklist, and what else is who's teething? We've done a lot of cool things together, and what's on your checklist before the band finishes?
Maryland Death Fest.
Okay, good.
That would be one of it. But the thing is that I don't see the band finishing. Then it's like, no, come on, let's keep it together. And this is going to be the Spanish Napalm Death, forever and ever. I don't know. For me,
that would be awesome. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I would like. But the checklist, playing lot of cool places, man. I don't know.
You like the United
Playing,
States a lot. Like I can
uh,
definitely, I can definitely see you wanting to
yeah,
play like New York or dude. My my my
imagine.
my latest podcast was with this band Chopin.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy from the immigrant. No,
exactly. Yes, from the Global Grindcore Alliance. I was ignorant of me. They're all from Nepal, but they all live in New York. I didn't know this. So the
fuck.
band is based out of New York, and the guy's always telling me like, come tour whenever this is all done. Come, we'll set it up. We'll set it up. Hermano, networking.
No. So we're gonna do it.
Let's do
New
it.
York.
Let's do it. So I
Oh,
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
you very happy. North
Oh,
America, some East Coast or
yes,
West Coast tour.
yes, yes. I will go east first.
Yeah, with a
I will go east
cheesecake
first.
after the New York show.
Yeah, I'll go to Boston.
Yeah,
And you can say, this is Stephen from Boston,
yeah.
Massachusetts.
And we can buy you another hat.
Please.
Okay, so anything
Yeah,
else that's on your checklist?
yeah. Touring worldwide, man.
Okay,
Going to fifth continents.
okay.
We've done Southeast Asia, even going to South America, man.
Yeah.
Even going to South America, I would go there. Play in Europe, play in Africa, I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever. Play in everywhere,
For
everywhere.
sure.
A lot of
And
festivals.
dude, you know how I'm always telling you guys how, in a jokingly way, but kind of serious way, that I can't wait for the band to end so I can release a box set with all of our material on vinyl. Here's an exclusive. I already have the title of that box set.
When the title
Dude, if you
is?
were to see I have a notebook with all of my ideas. And the title for the box set, I would very much like for it to be Ralph Goes to Hell. So like the end,
It's a good one. I like
That's a
it.
good one. That's good. It's a reference to Friday the 13th because part 9 is Jason Goes to Hell. So it's Ralph Goes to
Uh-huh.
Hell. Okay, what and since you've been in the band since 2000, it's been many years, many years. What's like some of your proudest moments with teething?
I remember when we played the Download Festival, Madrid
Valencia.
here. Valencia. It was in Madrid.
Okay, the Download Festival, very.
Landnote
And it was very cool because you were able to bring Lander,
yes,
your second.
he was like 1 year old or months old. He was like 6 months old, 7 months old.
And he had the
Amazing.
earmuffs. Very cool.
Yeah.
But he fell asleep, right?
Yeah, he fell asleep. He fell asleep in the backstage. Amazing. And I remember also the Viveiro Festival. What was the name? I don't
The
remember the name.
Resurrection Festival.
The Resurrection Festival.
Yeah.
I mean, big festival has something special for me. I remember when I was a teenager, seeing Metallica playing live. The day in the green where Cliff Barton appears. That video.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
It says a very a gig with us with a few friends, and
Yeah.
you put there in like a stadium.
Yeah.
So festivals, I have something special for festivals.
Yeah,
Getting on those big stages and with a lot of people there, and it really gives me goosebumps, man.
Yeah,
Chills.
it's just I mean, I think it's yeah, I know you're a big fan of Dynamo 1995. Just
Oh my
watching
god!
Biohazard, Machine Head,
I have the YouTube video marked from time
I
to
guess
time.
it just it takes you back to that, right? That's what you would. And but here's a question: do you think we are suited, like the people that see us at one of those festivals, like these big, like
Oh
whatever you
no,
want,
I don't think.
we're
I
not
don't
suited
think
enough.
that.
Do you think people see it and they're like, does our
I think, yeah.
music come off well, or is it just us having fun? Woohoo! And everyone's
This
like, okay.
or they are like,
Like I don't understand what they're doing.
No, but listen, the last album is more fit to festival, for example.
Okay, but we have to
This
play
kind
it
of
properly.
properly. Yeah, we have to play it properly. Yeah,
Yeah.
and proficiently.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
God prepares.
Dude, sometimes like I'll cross paths with friends or people I don't really know at a restaurant or at a bar, and they'll be like, "Yo, teething, man! Like, you guys are like doing great." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Yeah, you played Resurrection Fest and Download Festival," and I'm like, "Yeah, but that was like two things we did many years ago." And we're still waiting for the third phone
Not
call.
updated. Yeah. It's not updated, so we need it,
We
man.
need that consistency.
Yeah.
Dude, and following with the teething monster, what are our plans for 2021 without revealing too much?
We have something closed, no?
Yeah, we have
If I would play, I don't know,
I don't mean
right?
I don't mean playing wise. I mean like what are our, since playing isn't realistic this year,
Yeah,
we've had to like kind of reimagine what we're gonna do with the band. What are the plans? Or because usually,
think
yeah,
I think I need the band going live, but that's not possible at the moment. So one step back of going live, maybe get into the rehearsal room and write material, and that's it. And
okay,
write and write and write and write.
okay,
I think
okay,
that's the we can do for now.
yeah. I
We
mean,
can
but
get creative. I mean, that's your role in the band. Be
claro,
creative and
claro.
do things that fulfills us.
Yeah. See,
So
I can see how our minds work so differently. I work on teething every day. Like
crazy.
I have look, I have this here.
Oh, that's
And yeah,
amazing, man.
this is so for me.
Nashville.
You ask me, what are you doing in 2021? I have all of these plans, all of these releases. Yeah, all of these releases coming ahead. I have a box here of toys we're gonna release. We have so many merch ideas. So for me,
We
it's
have
gonna
the toys. We have the toys. We have some merchandise. We're gonna do the splits. We're preparing. Are going to be outside. Are going to get released this year.
yes, the Nashville one will be coming out sooner than later. That will be the first release. It's already very much because
And then release.
I talk to these guys every day. Nashville and the labels. We have a group on Facebook where we just did a
And things.
deal for the CD. We did. I'm telling you here, we did a deal. We got it, which is very exciting for me. We got a North American deal for the Nashville teething.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
So we're gonna be releasing vinyl over there, which for me is very important. You know,
Mm.
and yeah, keep myself entertained. But for
Yeah, no. I keep the teething machine. I mean,
and
working.
there's an idea which we have the documentary in the works. We have many music videos in the works. So I think unfortunately it's gonna be something people will have to enjoy from home, but I think there's gonna be a lot of things on the way.
Yeah, we have to do. I mean, Luis, you are a machine that can't stop. So you better get going, man, with the COVID thing and take take advantage of it and
Yeah.
get creative because we're all going to support you and get all the ideas flowing. Because if we cannot play live, it's like, wow, come on,
Yeah.
we gotta, I don't know, do whatever we can.
Yeah.
Doing videos, writing more material, I don't know, merchandise, I don't know, toys, whatever.
Yeah.
So the thing, the teaching machine up to date.
Yes, but unfortunately, we are missing a lot of money from our fund.
Yeah.
At the moment, we
Yeah.
don't have a lot of money, so we need
Money.
to recoup. We need to recoup the money.
money and grindcore. You know, that's an oxymoron. It doesn't
It's not
fit
in
in
the
the same.
same. That's a good word. Oxymoron.
It's an oxymoron.
Okay, Antonio. So I think we're gonna close the teething chapter.
Okay.
Okay, and I want to talk a little bit about something that I enjoy very much. You enjoy very much. Teething enjoys very much. We bond over this, which is movies.
Movies. Okay.
Movies. And okay, so this is a new thing I'm doing. The same way I gave you lightning questions, lightning answers for the food, I have a special movie battle for you. You have to answer quickly, okay? I'm going to
Okay.
give you two options and you're going to choose one or the other.
Okay.
So, Antonio, number one,
I'm ready.
RoboCop or Starship Troopers?
Oh, Starship Troopers.
Okay. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer or Society?
Fuck. Oh, that's a difficult one. Henry.
Okay. Okay. This one you're going to love. Dan Aykroyd or Leslie Nielsen?
Dan Aykroyd. Hands down.
Dumb and Dumber or Naked Gun?
Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, very good. Malcolm in the Middle or SpongeBob SquarePants?
Fuck. Mm, yeah. If you ask Antonio, this is not a fast question, a fast answer. SpongeBob.
Okay, because you're a
SpongeBob.
father now, so it becomes
Yeah, and it happens that I've seen have a lot of fun with it.
okay.
And
Okay.
Malcolm in the Middle, it's like I don't know.
It's a bit in the past.
Yeah, it's a bit in the
Okay.
past.
Okay. Ace Ventura or Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
What's that?
Planes, Trains,
Planes,
and Automobiles is the movie with John Candy where he's with what's his name, Martin something. Then they're on a road trip.
I don't know that one. Man.
Yes, you know this movie. You know John Candy, right?
No, yeah, yeah, but maybe I know the Spanish title.
Okay, we'll skip it. We'll skip it. No problem. You're probably gonna choose.
But the first question was I
Ace
know the
Ventura.
answer is Ace Ventura. Ventura.
Exactly.
The first one.
Okay.
Ventura.
Tango and Cash or Total Recall?
Total Recall. I like Tango and Cash, but Total Recall. Come on. Schwarzenegger.
Teen Wolf. You know what movie this is? Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. Teen Wolf or Beverly Hills Cop. Super detective en Hollywood.
Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop.
Two Tom Hanks movies. Big or The Money Pit?
The Money Pit? Which one is that?
The Money Pit's the movie you told me about, which is where Tom Hanks is
Okay.
He's reforming the house.
The Money Pit. Money Pit.
It's very funny. You recommended this movie to me. I don't know how it flew above my radar, but I watched it recently and I had a lot of fun watching this movie.
When the bus broke into the floor. It's amazing. It's really funny.
And this one is a difficult one. Do you prefer John Belushi or John Candy?
John Belushi.
Okay. That's my last question. But I have a little bit of trivia for you, which I think maybe you read. I shared it on the Teething Conversation. I was some Ghostbusters trivia. So Ghostbusters was written, yeah.
I'm gonna ask you what this one because it happened to me yesterday. Something very Ghostbuster, and you're gonna love it.
Okay. So Ghostbusters was written by three people: Dan Aykroyd, Ivan Reitman, and what's the name of Egon Spengler, the guy that plays Egon Spengler, the guy with the glasses in Ghostbusters. Anyways, the three of them wrote the movie. The original cast of Ghostbusters was supposed to be Dan Aykroyd, John Candy, and Eddie Murphy. But no, sorry, not John Candy. It was supposed to be Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, and Eddie Murphy. Unfortunately, during the writing process of Ghostbusters, John Belushi died. Dan Aykroyd was and John Belushi had a very good friendship.
Close relationship, yeah.
Yeah, so Dan Aykroyd, in order to immortalize John Belushi, he based Slimer on John Belushi. So if this is the ultimate tribute, if you ask me, man. Like, one of the
Incredible.
coolest, monsters is based on you. So now John Belushi lives eternally in
Forever.
Slimer. And
Forever.
please, I would love for you to share your Ghostbusters story.
Yesterday was like carnival for the babies, and
Okay.
I went to take Lander, my youngest kid, to the school take him home. Huh?
Mhm.
So I had to take him from the teacher. The teacher is American. It's called Rebecca, and he was wearing a black T-shirt with a Ghostbuster logo in it, and he has like the shirt, the brown shirt of the Ghostbusters with the Ghostbuster logo in it, and the badge.
Yeah, the patch.
Big man.
Oh,
Big
Vecman.
man.
Yeah, so the T-shirt that replicates the jumpsuit of the Ghostbusters.
I was like, "Wow, what did you get that?" And I automatically thought of you. It was like, this, we love this.
So who was wearing
This
this?
is-
Rebecca or Lander? Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Okay, very cool.
The teacher was what I said. Wow, this is a nice costume you have there. Yes, thank you. And, big man. It's
Very
incredible.
cool. So shout out to Rebecca. Props to Rebecca.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
I was. I had a friend which is crazy about the Ghostbusters.
Yes. Here's my Ghostbusters throne. Let me.
Incredible.
This is all ever growing, always growing, especially with Farah, who
The Lego.
the Lego is up here.
have-
You can't.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna. No, it's up there.
Don't worry.
But right
It's
now,
up there.
we got the second Ghostbusters Lego, which is the Ecto one, the car, but like big. So we work on this once a week, and it's like Sarah and my project, to
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
It's
I envy
very
you, man.
awesome. I know you love Lego as well. So
Yeah.
Antonio, before we leave, one of I love horror movies. I know you love horror movies. Maybe me a little bit more. I'm a bit
Yeah, more
sick
than
in
me.
the
Yeah,
head. So
definitely.
have you seen any cool horror movies lately or in the past couple of years that you want to shout out or give a special mention to?
It's not horror movies, but lastly I've seen, is the Passion of the Christ, because I got into the Mel Gibson movies,
Yes.
the ones he has direct. And Apocalypto?
Yes, I haven't seen it though.
Wow, you should, man.
Apocalypto?
That's a very good one. And he has Apocalypto. Yeah.
Is this the movie he did a couple of years ago that's about revenge?
No. This movie is from the early 20s, I think, or the last 90s. It's from the Aztecan, the Mayan culture.
Okay.
And you're gonna love it. The movies are so brutal. You have to do. They give them a go.
But
So,
who was this?
It's not a horror.
Okay.
Apocalypse, you're gonna like it because it's really, really brutal.
Okay.
It's not a horror movie, but it's brutal.
Okay.
And you're gonna love it.
Okay.
But then he has made several movies that all have like a very specific properties. For example, he does not make the movie. For example, in Apocalypto, they call Mayan. They speak Mayan.
Okay.
They don't speak English.
Oh shit.
No, even the movies are American, so they speak in Maya. You have subtitles, but they speak in Mayan, and he gets like a research with a specialist in the Mayan language, and he does
Nice.
that way.
Similar,
So it's
similar to the Passion of Christ, where they
Passion of Christ. They are talking like Aramaic, no?
Yeah.
And you can have subtitles. And I've read lately that he was making the movie and they didn't want to put subtitles on it.
Holy
It was
shit.
the studios who forced it. No, man, you have to put subtitles. Come on. So in the end, at least they put them. But it's not a horror movie, but this one and the one from Scorsese, you know what? Which is also about the last temptation of Christ. It is
Yes. Yes. Okay.
the way I don't know, Satan is represented in both of them. Give you chills. It's not a horror movie, but I definitely recommend you watch it because it has some passages from or some scenes that something weird appears on the screen. It's the representation of Satan
Okay.
tempting Christ, and it's like gives me chills when I see it. But
I
as a horror movie, the last movie I saw and that I enjoyed a lot was the Midsummer.
okay. So you I didn't know you had watched this, but I love
Watch it.
this movie. I love
It's incredible.
did you watch this with Lady?
No, he doesn't like horror movies at all.
Oh, okay, okay. So tell me, wow, I feel like, man, I've talked about this. I've seen this movie twice. Once in the
Yeah.
cinema, and recently, Sad and I bought it on Blu-ray and we watched it. So we watched it twice properly. And it's wow, we've talked about it for hours, man. There's so what's your take on it? Please, like what did you like so much about it?
I like it's something to. It reminds me of I don't know the title in English. The Let Me Go, or what was the movie?
Let the right one in.
Let Me Out. Let Me Out. Let Me Out.
Get out.
No, it was Get Out or Get Out.
Get out
The black
okay.
the black man that has to like, somehow like
Yeah. Okay, it reminds you of Get Out. Okay, I wouldn't have put
there's a similar trait in the beginning because someone that is from the actual society takes you out and puts you in a place where normal rules disappear. The girlfriend of the black male takes him out of the city and moves to the place where his father and the mother have everything fucked up. And this is the same. The student that is in the American student, I don't remember, the Swedish student that is in the city takes the guys to a camping place and whatever, where everything happens and they are all crazy. And the guy that takes them, the girl and in the Get Out and the boy they know the thing.
Yes.
It's like you have like a confidence or trust in someone that takes you from a safe place to somewhere that you're fucked up, really up. Enjoy that because I think it's the only way to represent a horror movie and make it like real. It reminds me of Stephen King books, not books. Stephen King books always work that way. He tries to make the impossible possible. What is impossible. He makes during the book.
Yeah.
He makes appear to you like it's possible that could actually happen, like in those movies. I like that from both of those movies. The Midsummer, I like that. Then the weird things that happen in their place, and it's like they're amazing one or another. But the trade, the how it worked, I enjoy that.
Dude, so I don't know if you watched the director's cut. There's a director's cut to Midsummer.
No.
Okay. Well, yeah,
it's very different.
I actually didn't catch the differences because I've only seen it twice, but it's I don't know, 20-30 minutes longer. And this director, which is an up and coming director, Ari Aster, he also did Hereditary. Did you watch Hereditary?
No, I know I have it in my list, but I haven't seen already.
Okay.
But I like the actress, Tony.
Yeah. I don't know her name, but
Tony Arquette, I think.
I don't know, but
it's the same that the Sixth Sense.
Huh.
The mother of the child.
I don't recall. I don't remember the Sixth Sense very well.
I think it's Tony Arquette.
Okay.
I love her. I love her. It's a fine actress.
Yeah, make sure you catch Hereditary, because I am very excited, about, like, I think Ari Aster, he's only made these two movies. He also made a short movie, which is on YouTube, which is great, which is like a 30-minute movie. Um, I think Ari Aster is this generation's Wes Craven, John Carpenter, Stuart
Yeah,
Gordon. There's a new generation of directors, and I hope this director Ari Aster keeps on doing these movies, because I think he's
just for you.
yeah,
You know
man.
the one. You know the one I lost track. This South African Neil Blomkamp. What is he doing?
What has he made?
Neil Blomkamp has made District 9,
Okay.
me, and the one with the robot, which is also appearing like. But the style of the
Yes.
imaginary,
Okay.
it was really, really incredible for me. And I've lost track of the man. I don't know what is he
Yeah,
doing.
I'm not sure what he's up to. I know it's I think this is more your ballpark. This is a bit more hybrid kind of movies,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So,
Science
but
fiction,
I enjoyed them. But
not that much.
I don't remember them very well. Antonio, my brother from another
Brother, hermano.
hermano. It has been an honor and a pleasure.
What the fuck? What fucking dream? What fucking dream? What fucking dream? Go by your road, go by your road, go by your road. Go by your road, go by your road, go by your road.
And that was Up in Smoke from the 2017 album We Will Regret This Someday by my band and Antonio's band, Teething. I played this song because Antonio loves the shorter, grindier tunes, the ass-suck kind of tunes, and I'm always the one that's like, dude, we need to make real songs, and he's like, no man, we need to grind it the fuck out. So this song goes out to Antonio, Up in Smoke. I always liked this song because the punkier riff on that song is a very Nirvana-ish kind of riff, and my part, the vocal part, that's how does it go? Go by your own, go by your own, go by your own. That's a total Kurt Cobain Nirvana ripoff, which is I'm a negative creep, I'm a negative creep, So yeah, join me next week or later this month or next month, whatever the fuck, because I like to take it easy, for my awesome conversation with Leon del Muerte from Terrorizer LA, Impaled, Exhumed, Phobia, Nails. What a great guy. He's so funny, man. Like it was great talking to him. So looking forward to everyone checking that out. Without further ado, this is the end. Goodbye. Rate, subscribe, like, tell your fucking friends about this podcast because you like it and I enjoy it. Goodbye, boys and ghouls. Good night.